Welcome to the show, everyone. It's Monday. It's 10 a.m. And things here in the United States are just getting stupider. And I wish I were being at least somewhat weird. And I was saying that. There's some stuff we got to talk about, Americans. It's just I'm getting to the point where I mean there's really nothing more you can say. It's kind of like, well, either people are going to be smart about this and listen, or things are just going to get even uglier. And we're at the point now where things are getting uglier, and we're not helping because there are people still going out, still doing things. People still misunderstanding the Constitution. Yeah, I had a guy that felt like arguing with me earlier today, trying to, I guess, educate me on his scholarly knowledge of the Constitution. And apparently he thinks that if the police are called on him and they go to wherever he is and he's causing a ruckus or causing problems, that one, they can't go onto his property, that two, they can't give him a ticket, and three, if he decides to not sign said ticket, that he won't have to go to court. He said, that's against the Constitution. They took our jobs. I mean, I did give him a couple of opportunities to understand, because his whole argument, he's one of those people that's going out and, protesting and doing all that stuff. And essentially in his state, they are not allowing people to go out too far, and do stuff because they're trying to handle this situation. And he says it's unconstitutional, and they can't enforce us. They can't force us to stay home, and they can't give me tickets. And I'm just like, dude. And I think about, and I found out who he was. Yeah, I did, because sometimes when, I don't know about you, and this may sound a little weird to you all, but sometimes when I talk to somebody online and they sound this ignorant, I almost feel the need to find out just who they are so I can kind of get to understand how they got this way. Plus all that stuff is freely available on Facebook anyway, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, I looked into him, and yeah, he's like 23. He's got a couple of kids, and he sincerely doesn't realize that he has this whole thing wrong. I feel kind of bad for him. I really do, because he's one of those people that, I hate to say it, but our fearless leader, 23 and kids here in the United States is normal. Believe me. I mean, heck, I've known people that have had kids at 13 years old. Now that's not that common, but just to give you an idea, yeah. But he had this idea that he understood exactly how the Constitution worked. And the whole time I'm thinking, dude, you have no idea. You really have no idea. And it got to the point where I sort of realized, I'm like, okay, this is one of those guys that, you can logically explain things to him, and no matter what, he's already made up his mind. He's already made up his mind, and nothing, no form of the truth, no matter how much evidence you provide, is going to change his mind. And I figured that out pretty quickly, so after a while I was just like, okay, Kyle, I'll you have a nice day. Yes, I actually called him Kyle. I couldn't help myself, I'm sorry. I had to do it. I had to. Oh, but yeah, poor guy. He sincerely thinks that if you don't sign a ticket that an officer tries to give you, that's it. That's the end of it. And of course, any, you know, I guess somewhat more educated person would know that yes, here in the U.S., you do not have to sign a ticket. If they go to you, you can refuse to sign. But even the officer will tell you just signing the ticket is not an admittance of guilt. And it says it on the ticket. It says signing this is not an admittance of guilt. It basically says that this is a court summons and that you understand you have to show up for court. But the thing is that even if you don't sign it, you still have to show up for court. But he just thinks that if he doesn't sign it, that's it. That's the end of it. It's another one of those. I mean, I'm running into this so often nowadays. It's I write books. You guys know that. And there are certain things or certain stories that those of us in the writing world, like me, I always write like slice of life kind of stuff. I don't do like the high fantasy or the dystopian kind of stuff. I do slice of life stuff. So if you read a story that I wrote, it would feel like it was just a story of somebody that you could probably know. But there are certain things that we avoid, certain tropes and certain traps that we avoid. Pardon the order. Because if we were to put them on paper and put them in a book, and somebody bought that book and read it, they'd think, okay, this is stupid. Nobody would actually really do this in real life. And that's the thing about slice of life writing, is that you have to make it feel like this is something that actually has happened to somebody. And when I write my stories, I tend to write in first person. So it has to feel real, because if it doesn't feel real, if it doesn't feel like it could actually happen, then you lose your audience and people don't believe you and they lose interest in your books. There are certain things that just because they happen in real life, a majority of people simply wouldn't believe them. And this is one of them. If I took that story and put it into a book, nobody would believe it. Nobody. Because it sounds too outlandish. Because most people would think, nobody is that ignorant. And then maybe they'd think, be like, but wait a minute, maybe, are they that ignorant? Are they? But still, it's, could somebody be that ignorant? I can tell you for a fact, yes, somebody is that ignorant. It's hard to believe, but it's true. But again, it's one of those things that I would not be able to get away with putting in a book. Because nobody would buy it. Nobody would believe it. Green Dragon Jin. I keep running into that situation more and more. Like the past month, 6 weeks, I've run into that so many times. Especially watching our fearless leader when he does his conferences, his press briefings. Again, some of the stuff that he says and some of the stuff he does, it's so unbelievable and so ridiculous that nobody would buy it. You could show them the video of him doing some of these things, and they would lose their minds, because they'd be like, how is this possible? How is this happening? Anyway, I know I'm kind of going on that. But that in itself kind of leads into what I really wanted to talk about, which is, again, the protests that we're having here. More and more people going out and protesting. And one of the states, wind up dog, one of the states that had a bunch of people out and about protesting was Kentucky. And sure enough, I'm sure you all know what's coming. Kentucky just had a massive influx of human malware of human malware cases. Now there are a lot more people there who have it, and those are just the people who have been tested. So yeah, they kind of got what was coming to them. I don't wish illness on anybody, but at this point, the only thing I can think of is, maybe some of these people really do need to get sick. Let them be sick. Like I don't want them to die. I really don't. But let them be sick for like a good 10 days where they have to go to the hospital and maybe even get put on a ventilator. Let them feel that. And then maybe at that point it will become real for them. I know that's extreme. And it sounds almost cruel, and it kind of is. But sometimes certain situations. Ooh, wind up shark. The only way to get that message across, or to get somebody to really understand the gravity of a situation, is to have them just go through it. And it feels like that's the only thing we can do now. They're not buying it. They're not, a lot of people still think it's a hoax. A lot of people, even the ones that do believe that it's real, they think that it's not bad. They think that it's just like the flu, when obviously it's not. Just. And I can't say that I necessarily blame the people themselves. When you've got certain companies out there, and again, I hate to really harp on right-wing media, but when you have people out there like the Rush Limbaughs and the Sean Hannitys, who are downplaying this like you wouldn't believe, and that's the only media that you consume, then Wind Up Magician. If that's the only media that you consume, then of course that's what you're going to believe. If all you do is watch Fox News all day, which some people do, you will begin parroting what it is that they say on there. And that's what a lot of these people sound like. It sounds like they go to Fox News or Drudge Report and just they read that and think, okay, this is how it really is. They think that Fox News is the be-all, end-all of the truth, and it's not. Obviously, you need to go to various different sources to get your information, because then at that point you realize that all the pieces start to fit together. It's not just one, not to say that the left side is any better, because again, you go to a station like CNN and they have a very slanted view of the world, which doesn't help. I kind of agree with you there, Dre. I actually don't watch CNN anymore. I used to watch and check CNN's website all the time. For years I did that, but then I realized that they were really, really pushing it to the point where they were purposely leaving out bits of data here and there that would go against their narrative. And of course, me being me, I always tend to be right in the middle of things as far as politics. Meaning I don't really necessarily lean left all the time. I don't lean right all the time. I kind of, just pick and choose what I feel works for me. And when I realized that they were purposely not including certain facts that may change the way people view their version of the news, I was like, okay, I can't trust them anymore. I can't. I hate to say it. I'm sure there are a lot of good journalists at CNN, but they've made it very clear on more than a handful of occasions that they have no problem with augmenting the truth to fit their narrative. Fox News does the same thing. They are just as guilty. Fox News and CNN, I think they are on the absolute opposite ends of the spectrum. CNN is very, very far left. Fox News is very, very far right. And they both do the same thing. They cater to their audience. They stopped caring about the news a long time ago, and they care more about clicks. And that makes me sad, because I can't trust either of them. I want to trust them, because sometimes every now and then one of their people will actually put out a really great story or say something that makes perfect sense. But at the same time, you have to stay, you have to protect yourself from that crap news. Come on, man, give me a new card. So it's hard, man. It's just, it's really rough sometimes. Starfish. Increase the level of all starfish you currently control by 1. Bag of chips. Oh, there's more. Speaking of human malware news, there was a mass shooting in Canada, of all places. They don't really have a lot of mass shootings, that kind of stuff. I mean, not that they're immune to it, but they had one yesterday. just from what I was able to glean from the news, a guy who was at least partially dressed up like a local police officer went around to various places and just started killing people. Like, he didn't give a damn who it was. At this point, they were saying that they have no idea how this guy is even connected to some of these other people. Because usually, if you're gonna go and you're gonna start doing stuff like that, it's usually, people maybe that you felt did you wrong, or I don't know, maybe there's some sort of family problems, or maybe like everybody's heard the story about the ex-employee who got pissed off and went back and shot up his office, stuff like that. But so far, this person, whom they've already identified and everything, uh, he apparently has no connection to any of these people that he killed. He just one day decided, oh, I think I'm going to kill a bunch of people, and he ran around and started killing people. And it wasn't just a single location. They said there's at least 3 locations. And not only was he dressed up at least somewhat partially as a police officer, but he, quote unquote, painstakingly, unquote, dressed up his car to look like a police cruiser. So he planned this out. This dude, it wasn't just it wasn't just some guy who just snapped. He planned this. And he apparently killed one member of the Royal, I forget what they're called, the Royal Mounted Police. I forget what they're called exactly. The Mounties. It's one of the law enforcement agencies in Canada. But yeah, he killed a woman who had been on the force for 23 years. She has 2 kids, and yeah, she's dead. He killed her, and then he killed at least 15 other people, not including himself. So the last time I checked, as far as the report, there was, including the cop, there was 16 people that he murdered. I saw another story a few hours ago that said he killed 17. But it didn't make clear if it was just victims or if it included himself. And even then, we know that the shooter is deceased. We don't know if the police got him or if he ended his own life. So yeah, lots of stuff still coming out. That's pretty scary, man. I mean, yeah, it's all the way in Canada, and it was kind of strange too, because I don't know if I'd mentioned it to y'all, but I always thought, it's kind of weird. We haven't had a mass shooting here in the United States in a while. It felt for a while there like we were having one like every month. For like a good 2 years, it felt like we were having one like every frickin' month. And then they just sort of stopped, which is good, obviously. But yeah, man, that's kind of nuts. The guy went off the deep end, killed a bunch of people. I want to say it was in Nova Scotia. I actually want to look that up. I don't want to give y'all bad information. Let me look real quick. Canada. Here we go. Canadian shooting gunman kills at least 16 in Nova Scotia. A gunman in Nova Scotia evaded police for nearly 12 hours after killing at least 16 in what is seen as one of Canada's worst mass shootings in its history. Wow, that's nuts, man. Yeah, according to this BBC article, he's killed 16. I don't remember where I saw the 17. Maybe it was on Reuters. But oh wow, okay. Is this the actual car? Because like I said, he had doctored up his car to make it look like it was an actual police cruiser, and I don't know if this is. There's a picture here. Hold on, let's see. Oh, this is his car. Look at this. I gotta let you all see this. Let me see if I can link it here. In fact, I'll link the story in case you all want to look at it. I'll put it in Discord too. But load up the news story. You'll see a picture of some guys dressed up in like army stuff. Then you'll see a map. And then the third picture is an actual picture of his car. Look at this. I mean, this isn't... He really put some work into that. That looks... If I didn't know any better, I would say this looks exactly like a police cruiser. That is... Wow. Yeah, he really, really put some work into that. And of course, they've got a picture of the RCMP officer that was killed. Picture of Minister Yugioh. Here's the guy. His name is Gabriel Wortman, 51 years old. Yeah, I'm gonna have to read this later because obviously we're busy right now. But in case you want to read it, there it is. It's it's pretty crazy, man. Can't believe people just lose their minds like that. I never understood that. I mean, I've been really pissed before in my life, obviously, but I have never once in my entire life even considered doing something like that. I just don't understand how people get there. I guess some people, I mean, everybody will make excuses saying, oh, well, maybe he's had a hard life or maybe he's having a hard time. That's fine. I get that. We all have hard times in our life, but that doesn't give you any excuse to go around murdering people. And not that it's any better, but what makes it all the more insane is that he murdered people he didn't even know. No, they're not going to blame video games. This is a 51-year-old guy. I doubt they'll blame video games. Yeah, there's something... I don't know. Something feels weird about that one. About this shooting. Pendulum Back, Middleverse, Enlightenment, Paladin. Shoot everybody with your water gun. Yeah, I've never. I mean, I felt in my life I have felt just pure rage, but never have I ever thought I want to end somebody's life. Never. Treacherous trap hole, an acid trap hole, a network trap hole, break off trap. Oh my god, I got so many trap holes. There's 4 trap holes. Look at all these trap holes. Lots of holes. We gotta fill these holes in, man. It's getting bad. People are nuts, man. That and of course, like I said, oh, there was a party that was broken up in Los Angeles. Apparently, about 100 people who gathered and were having a party on a roof in Los Angeles. And of course, the police went out there. People started running. At one point, there were something like 60 police officers out there. It was pretty crazy. It was pretty nuts. And I'm guessing the reason why they broke up the party is because it's in violation of the current lockdown order and that sort of stuff. And I just... again, the only thing that really just makes this whole thing even more depressing is the fact that the longer people do this, the longer that people, ignore the order and just go out and act like everything's fine, the longer we're all going to have to be like this. Because, I mean, I knew there's never going to be a world where every single person listens. It's just not going to happen. But if we, as a country, and I can't speak for other countries, but if we as a country just said, okay, let's just batten down the hatches and just do this, we would have been in and out of this in a month. But no, because there are so many people out there, Cosmo Dark Lady, there's so many people out there that think that they are above the law, that they have, that it's rules for everybody else and special circumstances for him or her, They all think that. And so they just go and do whatever. They are the reason why this lockdown is lasting so long. Because again, I mean, just like what happened in Kentucky. They had the protests this weekend, and boom, just like that, another 100 cases. A spike. And I bet most of them, if any of them were at any of the protests, none of them would want to admit it. I kind of wish they would, though. Because if they were at one of these protests and they are now testing positive, they need to let those people know. They need to, I mean, obviously you can't tell everybody because there's no way to know of every single person that was there at said protest, but at least the people that you were there with, the people that you were conversing with, the people that you hung out with that day, you gotta tell them, man. Because they could now be infected and they could be essentially a ticking time bomb. And then they may not even be aware that they are now a carrier. And they go home and they infect all the people there at their house. Or if they have the mindset that, oh, well, I'm just going to go do whatever I want anyway. Maybe they go to a birthday party and they infect all those people. Or they go to a barbecue. And it's frustrating. I would hope that we were better than this. But apparently we're not. we are definitely not as awesome as I was hoping we would be. Again, I understand, I get it. You get that cabin fever. Some people can't afford to just sit at home. They have to work. But at the same time, it's just the reason why this is taking so much longer is because people are still out and about doing stuff. Look at all the DDs. That's pretty neat. You got your DD Survivor, your DD Assailant, your DD Warrior, and your DD Warrior Lady. It's kind of neat. And then I don't know who the king is. DD King? All right. Let's go and play some games. I think I've been moaning about this for... Oh, wow. I've already been on for 28 minutes? Wow. Okay, I didn't realize that. Let's see. Let's do some Duelist challenges. We can still talk about stuff, too, if we want. Oh, to answer your question, Dre, no, I have not gotten my stimulus check. So, yeah, I don't... Oh, here's another story now that it mentions stimulus checks. Apparently, there is a landlord... I don't know if they own a tenement building or if they own an apartment complex or what, but he started contacting his tenants, and he asked them, "Sure, hey, I see that you've gotten your stimulus check. Are you going to pay your rent, or at least part of your rent?" And the tenant was like, "What? What are you talking about?" And again, the landlord like, I saw you got your stimulus check. Are you going to pay your rent? And the tenant, again, in a bit of shock, finally this show asks, and they're like, how do you know that I got my stimulus check? I mean, because paper checks are not being mailed out right now. And even then, the landlord really shouldn't be going through people's mail like that. It's kind of wrong. He may not be opening their mail, but just to see something there, you know. But still, paper checks are not out. So anyways, so the guy asked, how do you know that I got my stimulus check? And he says, I went onto the irs.gov website and I checked. And that's apparently what he was, and he was doing that for all of his tenants. He said, yeah, I'm checking all the tenants. And so apparently he'd been going on for days to the irs.gov website using the personal information that he knows of his tenants and using that to check on their stimulus check data, which is insanely illegal. Because you are not to... Because whenever you apply for... of course, Mystical Space Typhoon. And of course, it's going to get the one card I really want to keep. When you apply to get an apartment or a house, there are certain pieces of information you need to give them. Obviously, you need to give them your name and all that stuff. And one of the things here in the States that you have to give up is your social security number. However, whenever you hand over your social security number, it is understood that that information is not to be used for any other reason but to check your credit, and to make sure that you are indeed a citizen. But of course, this guy decided he wasn't going to do that. And he just went to the IRS website using all of those people's personal data. And he basically sniped them. And Moni's like, I smell a lawsuit. Oh yeah, that it is a major lawsuit. That guy is gonna get sued. I don't know if he honestly, I mean, did he honestly think that that was legal? I mean, obviously if he goes and he does it undercover and doesn't say anything, I mean, there's no way you can really stop it. You just hope that people would, people would follow the law and not do anything stupid. And if he did, like I said, if he did go through and do that kind of stuff, you would hope that he would just keep his mouth shut about it. But no, I guess he felt the need to fully admit to the person he was talking to. He's like, oh yeah, I went to the IRS.gov website and I checked. It's unbelievable, man. Just the idiocy that is happening right now in this world, especially here in the US, man. He just, I mean, in text, and they even showed the text messages and everything. They showed screenshots. He just fully admitted it. He's like, oh yeah, I've been checking the IRS website. Who does that? I mean, I guess it just goes to show that you don't have to be a genius to own a tenement house or a tenement building or be the manager of an apartment complex. Because yeah, that guy's gonna get fired, and because I don't know if he's an employee or if he is the actual owner. I don't know. But either way, he's in trouble. He's going to, at the very least, lose his job and be named in the lawsuit. So yeah, it's gonna get dirty for him. That's Kyle move, all right. Dang, man. I just realized the frickin' Amazons are destroying this chick. Just another one of those weird stories. I don't want to say I'm a news junkie, but I definitely keep my eyes open. Trying to think of another one. Oh, there was. This was a little funny, but a little sad at the same time. There is a story out of Denver, Colorado. More people are out there protesting, doing the whole Operation Lockdown sort of thing, where they purposely block traffic in and around the city. And as I mentioned the other day, sometimes they do that, and they block off traffic leading to and from hospitals, which is not a good idea. Because there are people that actually do need to get in and out of hospitals in a very, very quick manner, and if you prevent people from doing that, it can eventually cost somebody their life. And so they were having one of those protests where they blocked up the street. Well, I guess it came time for them to leave. They were bored, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna leave now." And so they go to leave, and a couple of nurses go out there and stand in front of their vehicles and don't let them leave. And they're like, what are you doing? And the nurses are just kind of standing there, and they're just like, it's basically a counter protest. And I thought it was hilarious because they had been clogging up traffic for, the whole day basically. And now a couple of nurses go out there and they in turn block them from leaving, which is kind of what they were doing to the hospitals. I thought that was beautiful. It was kind of a justice. And there's video too. There's video of a nurse who's standing there in his nurse's outfit, and he's got a mask on. And this woman is leaning out of this truck holding a flag. And she's like, get out of the way. Why don't you go to China? Just saying all kinds of stupid stuff. And again, it's one of those situations that you can't make it up. You cannot make it up, man. It's if I made that up and tried to stick it in a story, people would not buy it. Ooh, what is he hitting? Oh, of course he's gonna hit that. Always hits that. And I can't bottomless this thing. It's probably best that I don't bottomless this. I'll let him kill my kitty, it's no big deal. Swordswoman. Oh, yeah, let's bring the swordswoman so I can bring the cat back. Put him in defense just in case. In fact, I kind of want to bring the video up, and I'm sure there's a copyright on it, so I can't show you the video, but I think I can show you the audio. Oh, what is this? Ritual Beast Ambush. That's fine, that's a replay. So we'll kill this thing, and then I'll hit his backfield. Nice. What did I get? Oops. Ritual Beasts Bond. Okay. Let me see if I can find the audio real quick. It's kind of hilarious. I'm sure I can find it. Oh, what are you summoning on me? Okay, I actually have to go look and see what they're doing to me here. Oh, okay, yeah, we're gonna definitely bottomless this. Oh! He sent it back, okay. Had to do that, huh? He's like, oh crap, I have to send it back. That sucks, they're just gonna bring it right back again. That sucks so much. Oh, and an emergency teleport. I really need a princess. I really, really need a princess. Weird, why would they do that? A village. Village is actually useful. Yes. Let's bring the tiger back. What link monster do I have? Oh, this guy. Forgot about him. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna sack my swordswoman. I'm gonna bring out the princess with the village. Yes. And let's bring an onslaught. Let's leave her out there. And hopefully they won't be able... They have no hand. So hopefully they can't do anything to my onslaught. I guess I should have put her in defense. Ooh, is that unaffected? Oh, that's gonna suck if it's unaffected. Let's see, do we want to do call? Let's do call, so I can bring the queen. Oh, she's gonna send herself away. Gonna bring it back again? Oh, it's a different one. Okay. It's a big defender. And then backfilled. Well, there's the queen. I didn't need to do much for her. What do I want to call, though? Oh, I've already got a queen. Could do swordswoman. Yeah, let's do swordswoman. Yes. Trying to pass the 2000. Oh, my freaking bottomless. Well, at least it was that card and not my queen. Nope, saw that coming. See, who do I want to bring? Could do another queen. Bring the tiger back. There we go. I have good field control here. But the fact that he can quick effect his fusions away sucks. Dre says they're still trying to pass the $2,000 checks. Voting in the House starts Monday, which is today. That is true. Like I was saying, it's gonna pass the House, but it will probably not pass the Senate unless they make significant changes to the bill. Can bring another queen. It's to get 3 queens on the field. I'm not gonna bring Tyre back. I'm gonna bring the big tiger. Some people haven't even got it yet. But I wouldn't say that people just blew the money. I mean, you gotta pay your rent. I mean, $1,200 for some people, $1,200 is rent. So yeah, I'm sure they paid their rent. I would hope they would, because they need to understand, like I said before, they are not getting free rent right now. They're not. Some places have simply put evictions on hold. That does not mean that you don't have to pay your rent. You still have to pay your rent. It just means that you can't get evicted yet. That's all it means. Oh yeah, I was gonna look up that that clip. Let me see if I can locate it. Where did I see it? Is this it? Oh. Oh, these are just the pictures. I don't have... Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, this video doesn't have sound. Dang it. Let me see if I can find it. I'm sure there's a version of it with sound. Let's see if I can locate it. Oh, I don't want to go to CNN. Filter uploaded today. Okay, I think this is it. Let's see. Oh, there's no sound here either. This must not be the original upload. There's no sound on this either. Come on, man, give me some sound. Let's see, this week. Let's see if we can locate this. Well, apparently there isn't one with sound. Oh wait, hold on, maybe this is it. What's this? Okay, this is just a bunch of honking. Oh! This is a different angle. This is funny. I'm going to actually share it in Discord. I'm going to share the video. This one, like I said, this one doesn't have sound, but it's a closer shot. Here, I'll share it in Discord in case you'll want to take a look at it. But yeah, it's basically just a guy standing in front of a truck, and these people were protesting, and now he's doing a counter-protest, keeping them from leaving. And he wasn't standing there very long. He only stood there for like a minute, but they still freaked out. So, yeah, there's that. You still pay? Well, yes, of course I paid my rent. Yeah, but like I said, you know, this is just because they're putting hold on evictions does not mean you get away with not paying rent. You still have to pay your rent, man. You still got to do it. Because this is not going to last forever. And eventually when they do get permission to start doing evictions like in a couple of months, yeah, you're gone. And on top of that, you will still owe them that money. Just because you get evicted doesn't mean that you suddenly don't owe them any back rent. You still owe them that. So yeah, that's why I'm telling people, do not neglect, you know, paying your bills. You gotta pay your bills, man. If you've got the money, pay your bills. Unless you're in financial dire straits, you don't really have an excuse. And let's face it, some people are in financial dire straits, so there you go. But for those of people that can pay their rent, yes, pay your rent. Please pay your rent. Because, you know, I know landlords and building owners get bad raps, but some of them are actually decent people. And, you know, they got bills to pay just like everybody else. Now, there are some people that are better off than others. Like, there's that one dude who owns a tenement building in, is it New York or New Jersey? But I want to say that he had, like, he had a building with, like, 60 tenants, and he gave them free rent for April, the entire month. He just told them, hey, don't worry about it. So apparently he's in good financial shape, which is, it's great, you know, you want that. So yeah, he was able to help out his tenants. Do I want to? Well, let's not activate that yet. Let me see what I draw here. Let's pay your bills and taxes. Nylon segment. Nylon material. Oh my gosh, they're just cranking this guy up, huh? Alright, Come on, I need a princess. Oh, Onslaught's fine. That'll work too. Grab the tiger. If I really wanted to, I could send both of these away, bring a link monster, and then call the haunted, bring swordswoman back, and bring the cat back. I kind of want to do that. The only thing is, if I do, unfortunately, the onslaught will not work with this link monster. I only put him in there because he pumps up warriors, and all the cards I have are warriors. I think except for like one. We'll wait. We're gonna leave it like this for now. Yes, please, please pay your bills, people. If you have the money, pay your bills. Don't get behind. I think that's what's gonna happen to a lot of people. Is they're going to, you know, and most people are probably not gonna have a choice. They're gonna have to not pay their bills because they'll have to make a choice. Well, do I feed my kids, or do I pay for my cell phone, or you know, do I make my car payment? That kind of stuff. Breaking news about Canada shooting all over us. He's gonna get both of those cards back, or he gets the search, something like that. I forget. Oh yeah, he searches. Okay. Oh wow, they didn't go for the cat. Okay. There's Princess. Alright, here comes the Night Beam. Well, the pictures that I saw of him were not taken at the time that he was doing what he was doing. They were all well before, so that's not unusual. So for him to be smiling in old pictures, that's normal. Let's see, let's do a call. Or I could do a village. Let's do a call. First things first, we'll bring... Well, actually, I don't need to bring the swordswoman. I can bring... Yeah, let's bring the paladin. Now we'll get a queen. Yes. Let's get a handful of frickin' spell cards now. Yes. We'll send Tiger away. And we'll bring another queen. And we'll bring the tiger back. Get in there, Queenie. with your enormous feet. Yeah, I kind of figured he would do that. He's got a handful of spell cards that he can't really do much with. Another princess. Now if I want, I can do this. Oh, that's right. I've got the Soldier of Chaos, too. Let's see, what do we want to do here? Here, I don't ever get to bring this guy out. Let's do him. Now I get the tiger back. I need to get some better link monsters. I mean, this monster's not bad, but there are probably some link monsters that would go a little bit better with this deck. Because this one's okay. Like, I like the other link monster that's out there, the other Blackluster link. Lots of different options with that thing. Oh boy. I did not want to get up this morning. I don't know about you guys, man, but I woke up on my own at like 6 a.m. Just woke up, and I remember I opened my eyes and I was like, what time is that? Look at the clock, 6 o'clock. Like, and I do not want to get out of bed. But I was like, well, maybe I should get out of bed, because if I stay in bed too long, you know, I'll either fall back to sleep, which is not terrible, or I'll end up laying in bed for like an hour and a half and you won't be able to fall asleep. Like, you ever been in bed where you kind of want to go back to sleep, but at the same time your body's just like, maybe you should get up, and so you just kind of lay there, and it's like you're not asleep, but you're not really awake. You're just kind of there. I have that way too often. Kitchen Dragon Maid. Alright, Dextra. Let's see what you got with your Sylvans. Oh, wow. Look at this hand. This is a beautiful hand. Holy crap, this is amazing. I'm actually gonna hold the column and the army for now. See if I can't, because I may need to get another princess if he destroys, or if she destroys my backfill. So we'll hold the call and the army, and the reborn too. Oh my god, that was such a good hand. Pennsylvania. Hermitry. Oh, here comes the Hermitry. That's kind of strange. I would have done the Lone Fire Blossom first. Unless they're bringing from the hand. Oh, well, there's the Hermitry. Okay. Because the Lone Fire Blossom lets you pull from the deck, anywhere in the deck. It doesn't have to be on top. So I would have done the Lone Fire Blossom first, brought a Hermitry, then do the other one where I could have put the Hermitry on top if that's what you really wanted to do. Copy plant, huh? Okay, we'll remove that. And we'll grab another princess. And for insurance, we'll get another onslaught. Now if I don't draw a monster, I've got a couple of options. Oh, another village. Not what I wanted. Let's do reinforcement. Actually, I can do them both. No! Ah! Come on, man. I was doing so well. Switch is like, no, I can't let you do this well. You suck, Switch. You suck so much. Dang it. This game does that a lot. It does it far more often than it should. Now I'm gonna play Tetris. Even though I'm not very good at this one either. Play Tetris for a minute, and then I'll go open up the other game again. Alright, what place am I gonna get this time around? I still haven't gotten better than 21st place. I think I'm gonna get 54th place. I think that's what I'll get. Okay, I'm ready. Let's go. There we go. Dang it, I already got popped. Oh, I got popped again. Ugh. Not the piece I want. Dang, I'm getting bad pieces here. This is really bad. Oh, this is so bad. Oh, thank you. I need that line so bad. Okay, square. That's. Oh man, I keep getting popped. Okay, let's do this here. Do this here. I'm gonna need that line here again. Ooh, can I get another line? don't want to do this, but I have to. Yeah, I'm not in good shape at all. I know, stop beeping at me. Ah, no! Damn it. I almost got 54th place. I got 55th. Look at that. How's that, man? I was only off by 1. That's actually pretty amazing. See, there's still 45 people. There's a lot of people left. Let's do another one. Let's see. I think I'll do slightly better this time. I think I'll get 48th place. Come on. Whew. Come on, people, get in here. There we go. Starting with a line. Actually doing really well. Shouldn't say that though. I'm gonna end up regretting it. Another one. So here, got a line coming up. Ooh, this too. Square. Yeah, okay, there's the orange. I was like, I need an orange. Bam. Yes. Very nice. That recovery, man. Let's do this. 2 of these coming. Ooh. Dang it, look at that. Ugh. That sucks. Nice. Good. Ooh, I'm getting targeted badly. Oh no! Are you serious? Ah! Dang it, it's moving too fast. Dang, I'm screwed. Ah! Hey, I got a new high! What is that? 20th place. It's the highest I've ever gotten. Man, they just splattered me at the end there. Whew. Man. Alright, enough of that. Don't crash on me anymore now. Kinda want to order some food. Kinda. I'm not necessarily getting low on food, but I've been eating the same friggin' food like every other day for like 3 or 4 weeks now. Just... Except for that one other time that I ordered food. And that was so delicious. It actually wasn't, the food wasn't that great, it was just that it was something different. I was like, yes, it's different. It's not the same thing. It's not pasta or rice. Heavy Storm. Too bad that thing is still banned. Dragon Buster Destruction Sword. Oh wow, I think that was it. Okay, so I have all of Yugi's cards. Herald of the Abyss. Nuvi the Wicked. Dragon Spirit of White. Come on, just get your one last card, dude. Total Defense Shogun. Blue Eye Shining Dragon. Blue Eye Spirit Dragon. I think I had that one. Jerry Fiend. Extrude. Looks like my ex-girlfriend. Legacy of the Duelist? I don't think I had that one, did I? Apparently I did. Nova Trinity, the Dark Cubic Lord. Come on, just give me the last card, man. Deep Eyes White Dragon. I think I had that. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go and start buying Bakura cards. Try on Tribulation. More Blue Eye Spirit Dragon. Ooh, Red Eyes Toon Dragon. Millennium Eyes Restrict. Not nearly as good as Thousand Eyes. Toon Cyber Dragon. Cross out more Neo Parshath. Golden Homunculus. Sandwich! That card is so dumb. Doom King Balderdrock. What does this guy do? During the standby phase, a face-up card in a field zone, and this card is in your graveyard. You can special summon this card in defense position. Can only use this effective Doom King Boulder Rush once per turn. Once per chain, when a zombie monster except Doom King activates its effect during the damage step quick effect, you can apply one of these effects, but you cannot apply the same effect of Doom King again this turn. Negate that effect, banish one monster from the field or graveyard. Kind of want to build zombies. Didn't have that card. Goblin Attack Farce. Zoma the Spirit. Goblin Pothole Squad. Alright, last pack for now. Acid Crawler, Gaijin. Winged Dragon of Ra, Immortal Phoenix. I think I already had that. Cannot be normal summon set, must be special summoned by its own effect. If the Winged Dragon of Ra is sent from the field to your graveyard while this card is in your graveyard, special summon this card. Cards and effects cannot be activated in response to this effect's activation. This card is unaffected by other cards' effects. Oh, wow. You can pay 1,000 life points, send one monster on the field to the graveyard once per turn during the end phase. Send this card to the graveyard if you do special summon one, the Winged Dragon of Ra Sphere mode, from your hand deck or graveyard, ignoring its summoning conditions. Interesting. Alright, Grandpa, can you give me one of your duplicates? We have 937 of 942. Rescue Ferret. That was one. Alright, let's see. We're going to do some more challenges, but we're going to use a different deck. What is Don 1000? Void of the Infernoid. Okay, who are we going to use against him? Two Cyber Dragons. That's an interesting hand. That's like a go first hand. And just like that, he's got a big bruiser on the field. Oh, and a Curry Bandit. Everybody loves a Curry Bandit. Ooh, Space Typhoon. Petrolia. Piatti. Harmondic. What'd you get? The Space Typhoon. Of course you got the Space Typhoon. I was kind of thinking of just throwing the Regeki out there. But since he dumped the Curry Bandit, which was supposed to happen, well, I could. Let me see. What does this thing do? Just from the graveyard. Okay. Can be special in other ways. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends to the graveyard, you can activate this effect. This card can make a second attack in a row. Okay. Because I'm thinking Card Trooper and Creature Swap. We're gonna send 3 cards. Please don't let a Future Fusion be in there. Thank you. Let's see, a Nexter and an Electro. Creature Swap! Give me your monster, sucker. Bam. Might as well activate it. So I've only got 3 monsters in the grave, right? Okay, and only one that... Okay, already one that acts like Cyber Dragon, so that's good. Okay, we should be okay for now. I know he's got the Space Typhoon, so I'm going to hold my Wabaku for now. And hope he doesn't do anything nuts. So he's got a Space Typhoon in hand, a worthless card in his backfield, and... Oh, he special summoned again. Okay. Let me see. Hold on. What else does this do? Ooh, okay. And what does this do? Return it. Oh, he wants to return it to the hand. Actually, let's activate this. I'd rather it go to the graveyard. I don't want him getting this back in his hand. And now I get to dump something here. Well, actually, I'll have it dump itself. Jesus. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna use Regeki this time around. It's gonna set as MST. So yeah, Regeki should be good here. Ooh, a Dre. Oh. What's he doing? You gonna try and negate it? Oh, he's removed my monsters. That sucks. Because that's two... Damn, that sucks. He left my Cyber Dragon in there, which I guess is good. But I was going to do that and then maybe do like an overload. Oh, man. I think. I guess all we can really do is just bring the Dre. And I don't want to set a backfield because he's got frickin' MST down there. We're actually doing alright. Considering I've not really been able to... Oh, Burial from a different dimension. Oh, no. Sends them all back there. Okay. I'm just gonna hope he can draw a monster and so he can remove those. Yep, there he goes. That sucks. Not Necroface. Oh, frickin' Necroface. Oh, they put those back in my deck. That's not terrible. He gets another attack. Oh, that sucks. I'm gonna barely get out of this alive. Oh my god. And he's got the MST down there. Oh no. What do we got? So just got 2 monsters, huh? Damn. Well, if I bring this now... Yeah, if I bring this now, and I target this, he's going to activate it, and he's going to pop my Wabaku, which is actually not terrible. Because then I'll still have my Mirror Force. It sucks because I should have checked in that first, and then I could have just popped his card without losing any cards. He's gonna activate it. Let's pop the Wabaku. This is about as good as it can get right now, man. This is gonna be a close one. Gonna send it away. Yep. He's still got another monster, though. He's gonna bring it back. Damn it. Whew. Cyber Dragon. Damn. Gains an additional attack. I kind of need to thin my deck, though. So we're going to send them anyway. We'll send... Let's see, I actually kind of want to draw Pharaohs. I don't want Zwei, so we'll send 2 Zweis. And we'll switch it. Ugh, I had to crack my knuckles on that one. This is a close match. Eye of the Void. Now he's gonna get another summon. Oh, no, he didn't. Okay. Oh, there, he gets another attack. Gyroid goes away. Overload fusion. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I lost. This is a close match, though. Oh, that sucks. Kind of makes me wonder, should I have waited on Overload and then just risked if he would have hit my Wabaku or my Mirror Force? Could have done that. Well, here, I'm going to lose anyway, so we'll just surrender it. Damn. I kind of want to go again. Let's go again, dude. I'm gonna play with the same Cyber Dragon deck. Going second this time. But we already got Future Fusion, a Nexter, a Wabaku, a Roar, and a Swap. Ooh, and a frickin' Bandit. He's gonna send that away. He's gonna dump a bunch of stuff in his grave, I imagine? Oh, that's right, he gets it to his hand, I think. Ooh, Garzette. Didn't know he had that. Eye of the Void, and then the rest go to the grave, yeah. Gyroid. Please don't let that be an MST. In fact, I'm going to put these down there first, because I really want this Future Fusion to work. Oh, fucking A. God, I knew it was freaking MST. Damn it. That sucks. Let's burn the Roar. Because I really want to save my Gyroid. Come on, just end, dude. Jesus. Okay. So, 2 more backfield. Pinpoint guard. Actually not terrible. I'm gonna flip this. I'm gonna destroy his token. Oh, I can't hit the token. Damn it, that sucks. Okay, never mind. Because I wanted to swap. I wanted to hit the token, then main phase 2 hit the swap. But now if I swap, he's gonna give me his frickin' token. Unless the token is unkillable. Let me see. Another frickin' token. Can he tribute those? Apparently he can. God dang it. And that future fusion was really the only hope I had for this match. Now I'm in big trouble. Really? He's gonna remove it. Dick. Again, he dumped my idea. I think I lost again. Here, you take that. He's gonna give me the other dude. Really? Jesus, man. Bring your big dude back again. There goes that. I guess this Cyber Dragon deck does not match up with his deck very well. Freaking Dre. I'm gonna lose. Of course I'm gonna lose. Yeah, this deck does not match up with that very well. The Sea Dragon. Alright, we'll get some packs and then we're done. Yeah, I'm getting my butt kicked again. Come on, Bakura, give me your one card that I need. Toon Mask. Toon Goblin Attack Force. Zoma again. That's nice. Restrict. Reflex Slime. Well, I guess we're done. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see y'all tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. Might take a day off. I'm hungry. I'm gonna order some food. Till then, be nice to everybody and stop putting pineapples